Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about parallel universes. A little while ago I made a video about individual universes. Well, this one will be about parallel universes, although I warn you, it's information given to me by my guides and it doesn't exactly follow what one would expect to describe parallel universes, but it is so. By the way, if you notice that I'm looking particularly haggard at the moment, it's quite simply that over the last few weeks I've been receiving an enormous amount of downloads of information from the Great White Brotherhood, and I find it quite exhausting. And to be honest, my wife didn't want me to make this video today because I look so haggard, but I thought, soldier on, Bob. Okay, so this is exactly as I received it from our guides, and I'm going to read it to you word for word. Okay? Parallel universes. It is a fact that all life is moving forward to perfection. That is the nature of life. Nothing remains stationary, so life is in perpetual motion, either moving forwards towards growth or backwards towards elimination. The angelic beings, the directors of life, that control life, do their best to propel life forward towards perfection, because a momentary lapse of attention on their behalf would permit the elements also propelling life towards corruption to gain entry to that life, and some form of disease would be introduced that would cause the extinction of that life. As the directors of life trying to propel life towards perfection cannot achieve this end without assistance, a plan was created to assist them. This plan we call parallel universes. This term is not exactly correct, as universes do not actually exist. There are no universes. There is nothing beyond the life force that all things have that enables them to exist. All life is one, so all different forms of life is one unique life force. Equally, as universes do not exist, there cannot be endless universes to which life can move to. There can be no endless planes of existence into which life can travel. There is only one life, therefore only one level of life. All else is illusion. However, this illusion can be made to appear real to enable life to evolve towards perfection. Thus, the directors of life have created a number of illusionary planes of existence and a number of events that help life in its journey along the path to God. Thus it is that we have the concept of heaven and hell, of planes and dimensions that people have studied over the years in an attempt to quantify life. Amongst these different artificial realities, people have created the concept of parallel universes. Excuse me, I've got to turn the page. Parallel universes have been described as alternative areas of time and space to which people are able to move, rather as if they were moving into endless rooms in a palace, each room decorated differently, and each room containing a series of actors performing different plays. Thus, if people move into these different rooms, they are able to watch the plays being performed in these rooms or theatres. However, plays are works of fiction, and once the play is finished, both the actors and the spectators would leave that place and it would remain empty until another work of fiction was performed there. In a similar fashion, people feel the need to explore these rooms and observe the play being performed. Once the performance terminated, the spectator who was observing the play would have the choice either to remain in an empty room or to move to another room and watch another performance. These rooms, these theatres, would continue endlessly, presenting a never-ceasing variety of plays, each one slightly different from the previous one. These rooms are called universes, but all they are areas of life in which actors are performing fiction presented as fact. The changing scenery, the coming and going of actors, each one playing his part so well that the observer, you, member of the public, would be caught up in the performance and believe it, laughing and crying as the actors perform until, at the end, the curtain closes and that play ceases. However, it is fiction, so well presented that we accept it as real. Artificial life presented as reality. Now, we must attempt to see through this illusion, to withdraw from the play acting, and to try and find the one room where there are no fictional plays and reality lies. This room lies within our heart, within our soul. The actors cannot come into those areas. The only person allowed into the heart is that being that we call our higher self. Our higher self cannot be caught up in the illusions of theatrical performances. It has no need of being entertained, of being distracted by illusionary events. The higher self seeks one thing, truth. Thus, the higher self is not found in a theatre. It remains in the real world and has no desire to be distracted by theatrical performances, no matter how real they may seem. Thus, to go back to the concept of alternative realities, parallel universes, they are incorrectly named. It would be better to name them alternative falsehoods. The truth of the matter is this: we create these rooms, these theatres, these alternative realities with our mind, seeking distraction from the play that we are currently observing. Thus, if our mind follows that path, it will move from room to room, seeking a more entertaining play to watch. It will be fighting a losing battle. All the plays it will watch as it moves from room to room, from reality to reality, will become disappointed in eventually, as it will be seen to be almost identical to the previous one that the spectator had just left and found unsatisfactory. So, what is the answer to this dilemma? How do we find a play that will satisfy us? We don't. The answer is to turn inward and let our heart reveal the truth that is hidden within it. Last page, when I can find it. Ooh, sorry about this. Only a little bit to go. Then, and only then, we will find a performance that will satisfy the yearning of the soul, because we will not be looking at a representation of life, a play. We will be looking at life itself. We will be looking at the truth that God created for our delight, not an artificial representation of what our mind thinks that God's truth might be like. Okay, now, I'm going to leave it in your hands by and large. I'm not going to try and tell you what you should make of this. It seems to me, from my understanding of it, that we live in this great illusion that we call 3D reality, and even though we might move from so-called reality to reality, it's all illusion. And the trick is, through meditation and so on, to try and find our God spirit, the truth of life, and content ourselves with that. That's what I make of it. Okay, I'll leave it in your hands. Any questions? Because I know it was presented in a rather dramatic way and not sort of very clear in a way, but make of it what you can. Any questions, please ask, and I'll be happy to try and help if I can, as usual. Okay, bye.